Hey, welcome back. Figured we would unpackage some rifles today. So we'll get into that. You may hear my kids running around upstairs. Apologize for that. So this rifle is a 1874 French Gras. And it is one of the carbines, I believe. And this came packaged with a good bit of bubble wrap and whatnot. It does have some emerald or something, some kind of decoration in the stock. I thought it was wormholes in the pictures when I bought it, but it is some kind of decoration. And you can see some of the markings there. Looks like it was, I don't know if that's Châtellerault. And then it has M80 there, so it does have the M80 conversion. Then MLE 1874. Now the bolt does not match the receiver, but I'm not sure if that's going to make a difference. I'm not even sure if this thing is going to be able to be fired. The barrel band here is pretty much useless, but the front one is pretty tight. The action is good in the stock. This is a single shot rifle. Then we need addition to the collection. And this one was found in Afghanistan. And I have an affidavit from a Nathaniel Strickland for Bagram Airfield. So it's listed as an 1874 Chassepot Gras, MLE 1874. And this is stamped 10/11/2008. So you can do the math on when this gun was developed and the advancements in firearm technology that have come along since this. And to think that some soldier in Afghanistan, I would assume, was fighting the United States military with a 1874 Gras rifle. That's pretty crazy when you think of it. So that's the first one. Set this off to the side here. And then we get into the fun part of unboxing or unwrapping in most of this case. So that looks like a Swedish Mauser bolt. So there's probably a Swedish Mauser somewhere here on the table. So we'll set that off to the side for now. A little bit of rearranging here. Let's see if we can't figure out what I bought. And I may be in front of the camera a few times. I'm sorry. If I could figure out a better way to do this, I would. I do have a tripod, but a lot of these old milsurps are very large. I only have so much room to work with here. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, so we have a Mauser model 7184 single shot, and receiver and barrel serial numbers match at 7358, but the bolt is 7728, so it does not match. We do have a marking on the receiver here. Get the light to work. That list 1888. Come on, camera. Somewhat of a look at that long rifle. Around here. And it's got some dents and dings in the stock, and the metal is pretty much completely in the white. You have a plain steel butt plate. We have 3 barrel bands, bayonet lug, and a stacking rod there. And that looks like it unscrews. So let's unscrew and see what we get in here. Ah, I forgot this is a magazine or a tube loaded rifle. So it does have a magazine tube. So that's how we would get into that. Okay. Open our action here. And we can see that little magazine tube in there. So you would load your rounds in there, pull back. So down the load, put them in the tube, pull back on your bolt, bring the lifter up, bolt home. And let's see what our rifling looks like. Or the lack thereof, maybe. Oh no, this thing has a beautiful bore. Clean. No corrosion that I see. Those look like our safety works. I don't know if it's safe to dry fire, but we did it anyway. There we go. Pretty cool. Give me just a second to set that off to the side. And we'll move on to the next one. Sometimes this plastic is easier to get started and unwrap than it is to cut. Okay. And no, I lied about that bolt. There's a 1891 Argentine Mauser. Another big old long infantry rifle. I'm not sure what that is on the stock. Maybe where it's just rubbed against something else. So on the stock we have E1612. Camera will focus. And then we got E1612 on the receiver and barrel. And since we don't have the bolt in it, let's check our bore. Doesn't look too bad. It's got a little bit of crud in it. So this is chambered in 7.65 by 53 Argentine. And our bolt number is different. It's like 4688. And I did just notice that we have a scrubbed receiver. So there's no Argentine crest or anything like that. I think a lot of them that don't have a crest were export models. Okay. I believe that's a 5-shot box magazine. Cock on close. Safety works. Action seems to work. 2-position safety. So when it's all the way on safe, locks the bolt completely. There we go. Did get our cleaning rod, and I have a sling for it. Typical blade style front sight. The buoying looks pretty good. All right, let's check this next one out. This one seems a little thin as far as the action. I bet this is a shotgun. So this should be a Winchester, or not a Winchester, a Remington Model 29, I believe. I have a Model 10, but I have never had any luck at getting it to operate correctly. So that may be one I eventually have to take to a gunsmith. If there's even a gunsmith around that still works on old shotguns, and if it's even worth repairing. These long rifles and shotguns. And knocking my lights around again because I have limited space. Yeah, it looks pretty good. A nice beat it front sight. Pretty nice checkering. And then it is marked as 12 gauge full choke. And our serial numbers match. It says bottom loading and ejecting. Kind of similar to the Winchester Model 37, I believe, or it might be the 12. Buoying's not real great on it. It's got some use. That's okay. And there we see the Remington name. Well, I see it. Don't know if you'll see it, but it does say Remington trademark Model 29. There we go. And it is empty. Probably won't be able to see, but I'm going to look down the bore anyway. And we got a giant piece of packing peanuts in there, so that'll definitely have to be cleaned up. Some of these old shotguns, or most shotguns today, have a release button down here. These older ones you push on the side if you don't pull the trigger to work the action. But there we go. So I'm going to lay these out here on the table again, so we can get an overview of our mystery shopper package discovery today. And I will try my best keeping the phone on the tripod there. Give a little bit of a pan. Alrighty, some nice additions to the collection. So if you like these videos, thumbs up, subscribe below, and as always, I appreciate your time. Stay tuned and be nice to one another.